Double, triple, ultra, monster kill.
Greetings from Pintpot. Welcome to my new series Squad Up, where I'm going to be taking a look at basic squad play. Today I'm going to be taking a look at one of the most basic three-men teams, which of course is the Max, Engineer and Medic. And this is pretty much the most powerful small squad group in the game, and is particularly effective at defending small rooms and choke points. The basic tactics of the squad are very simple. The Max takes point, receiving most of the damage and doing most of the DPS. The Engineer remains in close proximity to the Max, but not right on top of it, as you will be targeted by enemy infantry if they see you healing the Max. The Medic, on the other hand, hangs back and effectively hides further behind the lines. The assault rifle on the Medic provides good support against longer range targets, which the Max struggles against. But the main role of the Medic is to pick up the Engineer or the Max if they get killed. Now the most expendable person here is the Engineer. This is because if the Engineer goes down and the Medic has an upgraded Medic tool, you can pick them up very quickly. However, the Max takes 4.5 seconds to revive, making the Medic an extremely easy target for this period of time. Therefore, if the Engineer has to die trying to keep the Max up, that's fine. The Max can hopefully finish the fight or disengage while the Medic picks up the Engineer.
Don't die. I'm almost there.
I won't.
Almost there.
Ah, shit. C4.
It's okay, I'll raise you. I'll raise you.
Yeah, cool.
Be careful.
A nice advantage of this setup is it provides a bit of a quandary for the enemy side concerning who to target. Usually you should always take out the enemy Engineer first to stop the repair. But if the Medic is just reviving them from a point of safety again and again, this doesn't actually help your side very much. Therefore they might be better off just trying to burn down the Max with a combination of C4 and rockets so that the Medic has to enter into that long revive, during which you can just kill them. Whatever the case, when the enemy are trying to decide who to target, they're at a disadvantage. Now another useful tool this setup has, particularly in defense, is the Engineer's mana turret. This is good for defending doorways and choke points, but is particularly effective against enemy Maxes. Now the most dangerous thing to most Maxes are other Maxes, but Maxes are very bad at fighting enemy mana turrets. And this is because you only have a small profile in which someone can hit you, and Maxes can't ADS. So what can be a very simple shot for, say, a sniper hitting the head of the Engineer is actually a very difficult shot for the Max. Therefore a Max can end up taking a lot of damage trying to take down an Engineer with a mana turret. So if it looks like your Max is going to lose in a Max v Max confrontation, it can retreat behind the turret and allow the Engineer to either dissuade or kill the enemy Max. Then repair your own Max afterwards. And if the Engineer dies, so be it, the Medic can just pick them up again. Now the main vulnerability of this setup is if you lose the Medic or the Engineer, particularly the Medic. Therefore the setup is not optimal in very open play, as it's easy to pick off the supporting infantry and then leave a Max for last. Another problem is that if you end up defending a room which gets encircled, your supporting infantry can be flanked and killed, leaving again the Max for last. Another challenge of the setup is the fact that the Max is so much more durable than the Medic and the Engineer that it's very easy to get separated. Maxes are tough enough to cover open ground in a way that other infantry can't. Therefore it's a frequent risk that the Max covers open ground going into a building, or in this case crossing a bridge, but the other infantry can't follow without getting killed. Therefore the group ends up getting separated, which is a big problem. So it's important if you're running this setup for the Max not to be too aggressive unless it can provide full cover to the rest of your infantry. Now in terms of a loadout, this is what I recommend for each of the different parties. On the Engineer, run flak armor. As you can see from me trying to repair Mukas here, you end up being a magnet for endless amounts of grenades. Without a high grade flak armor, you're going to go down pretty quickly.
Sorry, concussed.
Now behind us.
Nice. Oh, damn it. Thanks, Will. There's quite a few behind us. They're starting to swing under the stairs. Now.
Oh, there's a big redeploying.
I'll come as combat medic.
Okay, I'm forward.
You want the Medic to be as tough as possible, so I recommend nano weave armor, though potentially flak armor can be useful here too. However, as you're standing off a bit further from the fight, I think nano weave armor pips it. Now on the max, it's either flak armor or kinetic armor. But if you're using kinetic armor on your max, you definitely need to be running the implant for EOD. This warns you when you're near enemy explosives. The problem being that a kinetic armor max can be one-shotted by enemy C4. However, the advantage of kinetic armor is it makes you tankier against enemy anti-infantry maxes and infantry. So if you're with a small setup of friends and want to make a big impact in terms of holding a key point or room, then this is the setup I recommend. Now some other YouTubers are going to be putting out some videos concerning squad play. And these include Mukas, Rel, Joshino Gaming, Kamikaze78 and Wycliffe Slim. So I really recommend taking a look at their channels and their new videos on this. If you found this video interesting or useful, please feel free to thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe or comment as appropriate. In the meantime, have a good one, happy hunting and Pintpot out.
On my way.
Stay away from the or you're gonna get life assault.
Just shooting up on the way.
No, there's no point, you'll die in the middle.
Alright. Trust your judgment. Not any reserves,
I think.
the shotgunner in the building that we came from.
A point is contested again.
Cheers, mate. Oh, man.
In the building,
Oh,
guys.
shotgun.
In the building.
The minute he rose to over. I'm down. We have no spawn either. Going for the Sunday.
Pintpot, I love you. Oh, guys, especially if you bring the Sunday here. There is no spawn.
At
I got
this
it.
point, it's just like not possible to hold with underpop.
Difficult
As long as we keep getting it every so often, it's yeah.
Pintpot, let's hold this. Place your turret if you can.
Okay, you've got the safe side of dam. Light assault from the side, I think. Yeah.
No.
No, you're just getting surrounded now.
Spawning in the sun row.
How you doing, Makas?
I'm down, guys. That's so freaking epic.